hello, welcome back to TGTV, and more specifically, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my house. House tour has not happened yet. Before we go and check out my 912, I want to tell you all to check out Car Vertical with their fancy new rebranding, and make sure before you buy your next car, you check it out on Car Vertical, because it will reveal all sorts of hidden nasties that you don't want to miss. Getting a Car Vertical report on your car is super simple. All you got to do is type in the reg on the website and it will bring up the report. And if you really want to get fancy, type in the VIN number, and that will make sure you miss absolutely nothing. All sorts of things are on there, like mileage discrepancies, recalls, any exports, any outstanding finance. Shut up, Crisps. You'll see accident damage on there, which is the main one, and it'll actually show pictures of accident damage as well. So before I buy my cars, I run through a Car Vertical report. It only costs a few quid. Use the code on the screen. It will cost even less with a discount using that code, and it will make sure you do not get stung when buying your next car. So we're gonna go and check out my 912. It's in a really, really sorry state, and it actually has had significant crash damage. So that's the sort of thing you'll avoid by running a Car Vertical report. Make sure you use my code. I've put it on the screen again. There's absolutely no excuse. Get in the mix and let's go check out my 912 and see how it looks. Hello, welcome back to TGTV, and more specifically, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rint Vehicle Design. I'm a little worse for wear as a result of my travels recently. However, today I'm coming to check out the 912, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit the link below for Car Vertical and use my code when you're buying your next car. You've heard it at the start of the video, but if you skipped it, I'm going to get you now. Click the link below. Anyway, we are checking out a 912 today, my 912, because there has been a significant update there. As always, there's cool stuff going on at Rint, so I just wanted to show you around. Then we're going to go over to the metal workshop to check out what has been going on and the updates, the expensive, aggressive updates, because that car, they thought it was bad, then they thought it was really bad, but it turns out it's been worse than both those things combined. So it has caused a lot of problems. I'm smiling, but I'm only smiling and being smug about it because Brian's not around. It has caused a lot of grief over here, but nothing the guys here can't handle. Let's turn the camera around anyway. We'll get on with the video. I'm going to go for a little walk around here, kind of HQ end, and then we'll go to the Metalworks site and check out my 912. Let's go. Right, as always with Rint, we've got lots of race cars around. We can check this out in a second. This is actually a Safari. That's just sold actually, or sold the other week. I don't know, I can't remember. There he is. Send me an invoice, appearance fee. Hello, mate. So we've got race cars here. If you want to race, but you think, I don't want to sort out my own car, or, you know, I'm maybe financially not able to, or any of that jazz, you just don't want the aggro of it, you can race with Rint, and they'll give you a race car, and they'll just sort absolutely everything out for you. A very, very, very cool service, fully managed. All you got to do, pretty much, is literally just turn up, and Porsche Club Motorsport there as well. So if you want to race with Rint, then you can do so. There are lots of bits and bobs out here. As always, you've got to tune into the Rint Instagram on a Friday night. That is a Porsche, unbelievably. That is actually a Porsche tractor. You've got to go and check out Rint's Instagram anyway on a Friday night, because they do a Friday night walk around and explain what's been going on over the week. It's become an iconic feature of the Instagram landscape. The Friday night walk around. I'm going to walk in here without banging my head for a change. This has got a 3.2 going into it, and actually the client here is he has racing cars and does lots of racing, so a very, very cool owner. But that is going to look absolutely insane. We've got loads of bits and bobs going on in here. Notably though, and I touched on this last time round, not a crazy amount of progress on it since last time I came. However, I was here actually just very recently, so can't really expect it to be doing huge things. So this then is the Rint RSR. I did touch on it last time in my video. There's only going to be 5 of these made. This is the first one, and we're very early on in the process. You'll be seeing some renders of what this thing will actually be looking like in the metal, and various options available nearer to down the line actually, but there's going to only be 5 of these. I think 1 or 2 of them are already spoken for, and they're not even really officially launched them yet. So if you want to get in the mix with one of these, it's going to have, I believe, a 4-litre supercharged engine in it, which is going to be absolutely nuts. Lots of carbon fibre, completely bespoke, and you'll be able to have it however you want. I'll just give you a little taster. Some of the little design keys in here. I won't ruin it. I can't wait to see this thing built up a little bit more, so do stay tuned. The next episode here at Rint to see how we're going with that. But if you want one, give them a shout. The RSR or their CHR, which is their chopped car, which I did touch on in the last 912 update, then do get in touch with the guys, because you are quite early and they have not gone everywhere yet. As soon as these start appearing at car shows and whatnot, they probably will have all been sold out by then. So yeah, get in quick. Also in here, we've got this 911 Turbo, a rare 4-speed, believed to be one of only 3 cars in right-hand drive. Very, very rare find, and that is going to be completely overhauled and redone. But that is a very, very rare car indeed. And a car over here that many of you will recognise, clues on the number plate, TGE. That is in here for some TLC, amongst other things. A little bit of pre-summer TLC. You missed the car on the channel, ladies and gents? I realise I've actually done nothing with it since it got restored, pretty much. Not really driven it once or twice. Took it out for some brand work, and that's about it. But she's here. She's here. She actually landed whilst I was away that last time. What a car. What a car. So good. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I chucked her on a truck about a week or so ago, and I actually forgot that this was here, so quite a nice surprise. Got the engine building room down here, where they can literally do anything engine-wise. Team of master mechanics and experts in there, building some, rebuilding standard engines, and also building that 4-litre supercharged engine I mentioned earlier. Time then to head in. As always, we do a wrist check. Today I've got GP Casquette on the wrist. Actually, in Barcelona, this thing was the best watch for it. It didn't get nicked. No one knew what it was, but it's GP Casquette 2.0 re-release. So inside the paint shop, then we've actually got some new additions. It's Pee-wee and Bonnie. I don't know which one's which, but hello. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. These are the guard dogs here at the metal shop today. So Daddy Daycare. Got Ludo who's working on my car. These are his fur babies. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. There we go. Something really good in a video for a change. Look at you two, brilliant. Anyway, let's head in then. We've got this here, first and foremost, right-hand drive car in for some rust work. It's 911T actually, with ducktail, almost like the RS 2.7. That is a very nice car. Bit of Pepita, houndstooth on the inside there. Very, very cool. All sorts of projects going on here. I'm going to get on down there in a second, but here is my car in a lot more different state than you saw last time round. So you'll notice that it's pretty much got new metal the whole way around. The only thing that's original still is the roof. Other than that, these are all new panels. So this is a genuine Porsche panel, not as expensive as I thought it would be. It's still horrendously expensive, but it's around sort of 15 odd grand for all the panels that are going on. And the bonnet is original. I don't know whether or not I'm going to get a new one of those. We'll find out in the next video. I can't remember. They did tell me. And obviously front wing needs to go on there as well. But a huge amount of metalwork. And actually the most important thing to show you is the fact that this is now straight. So it actually fits into there and there properly, when before it didn't. Magic. Ludo's back on the channel. Hi mate. Yeah. Showing everyone your dogs. Very exciting stuff. Much better than cars. So the car is now straight. It was completely bent. It had a big impact from the back corner there. So it's completely bent. And now it is not. So a little bit more metal work to go. How much more is there to go? You've done an amazing job on this.
Thank you. For the moment, we just change both rear quarter. I had to fix here because with the impact she had there, you can see here and here, I had to cut away to lift the back end.
Oh wow.
And be able to put it back in. So when you just take the crease, because you had a big crease in there.
Christ.
And so
from the same impact then that mangled the back?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, it just went all like that, so.
Christ.
That's so a bit there and a bit there as well.
Oh, okay.
So
wow.
Sit on the jig properly without any.
Yeah, so that's completely straight. Wow. Making your life difficult. Sorry about that. You should know by now, when I turn up with a car, take 8 weeks off.
Yeah, we changed the door skin as well. This one, the bottom of it was not too bad.
Okay,
nice.
nice.
Change the bottom of the door over there. No, close properly.
And previously it had new floor pans as well. So you'd expect to see those completely rusted through, but these had actually been replaced almost as soon as I get it, because it was like a Flintstones car. Is it getting a new bonnet, or are we saving that?
We'll see. We're going to try to give it a go and try to save it, and if it's not really right, probably going to change it. It had an impact on it, so I don't know how the gap's going to be when we're going to put the new fender on it. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've run out of money, so if we can save it.
Okay.
Unless I can pay for a new bonnet with fluff in my pocket. So fingers crossed. But yeah, the roof was about the only thing on this car that was worth saving. So they've done a miracle job so far, and I can't wait to see how this turns out. Thank you very much. And once again, I apologise to you for the last one, but this one's 10 times worse, if not 100 times worse. Sorry about that. So stay tuned for how that one's going to turn out. It's worth noting as well, the panels on here are genuine Porsche panels, and they've got kind of a new treatment on it. It's kind of zinc coating and all sorts of jazz, but the guys here also add another coating on top to make sure that this kind of level of rust doesn't happen. Well, I say again, but obviously in 100 or 200 years time it is going to do that, but it shouldn't happen anytime in the near future. That should be pretty much future-proof for the foreseeable. Anyway, let's go through then. There we go, there's a car that's worse than mine. This is also a birth year car as well, that's in on a project for a lady, I believe, actually. So you can see that's had some new panels as well. But yeah, this car is worse than my one, which is difficult, but at least mine was complete. That is chaos, but stay tuned, because this one will be worked on very, very soon, and see what they turn this into. It's absolutely amazing what they can do. And if you've got a car of this era or my era, it's going to have rust unless it's been fully redone already. So make sure you get it sorted, because that was actually my green car there. That was actually in quite a dangerous state. It was all bent, it was flexing, and actually shouldn't really have been driving around. So unless your car's been fully restored, there's going to be a rust issue with it. It's just a question of how bad. Do definitely talk to the guys. So there we go then. I mentioned the CHR earlier, and I did actually show this in the last video, but this is Rint's chopped variant of their run of 5 cars they're doing of the CHRs. Again, there's going to be very nice graphics, and the build will be done on this very, very soon, so you'll get to see them absolutely done at some point. Here he is, the man with the plan. Off he goes. So there's going to be 5 of these. And as I say, you are getting in early in the mix with these. They haven't really been kind of released to the public. There is 1 render so far that Rint has put out there of these, but there's going to be 5 built, and they will be fully optionable however you want. But it is chopped, so the roof line is lower, the car is wider, and there's going to be that little aerofoil on the back there. And there's almost got a chassis within the chassis as well to maintain structural rigidity too. So if anyone sees that pillar missing and thinks, how's that going to be structurally rigid? It is. So inquire anyway with Rint if you want one of these built. This is the very, very early stages, and it will be going through paint and be fully built very soon as well. And the colour for this one's going to be amazing, so do stay tuned. And finally then, before we head off, this is a race car that has been converted to a fast road car. So it's going to get black wheels on there. It's going to be finished up very shortly, so make sure you stay tuned to Rint's platforms for this when it's done. But it's looking rather nice already. I'd drive it like that, to be honest. I do actually think the orange wheels look quite cool, although apparently they are changing to black. But that was their race car, and now it's going to be a fast road car. Very cool. Right then, I'm going to head off. That was just a small teaser of what's going on with my 912. Loads of you have been asking about updates on that car, and I thought it'd be a nice thing to do to come and update you all on what Rint are up to. So make sure you're following them on social media, and make sure you stay tuned for the next episode with my 912. For now, hit the link below for Car Vertical. Check them out before you buy your next car, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.